perfect person.
Yeah. So nice to see you, Nadine. You're in London, aren't you?
Yes, yes, in London. Staying in London, going nowhere, not traveling. We were talking yesterday, should we go?
Yeah.
I don't even think we can. So we
Exactly.
decided to stay here.
Very good. Now, Nadine, tell me, how did you come to set up your jewelry business? Because you've got quite a lot of interesting family history, and then you sort of came and went back to it. So I think people will be interested to hear about that.
So I was born in Belgium in the mid-60s, and my grandfather and father, they were diamond dealers, big diamond dealers, site holders, getting the rough diamonds and having them cut and selling them to jewelers, to privates, to a lot of people. And basically, we moved, unfortunately, we moved when my parents got divorced, and I moved to Switzerland. So I'm half Swiss, half Belgian.
Okay.
And I went the very classic Swiss route, became a banker, studied economics, became a banker, worked in New York, got married in LA, got divorced, went back to Switzerland, still was a banker until I came to London, met my second husband, got remarried, had another child, and then I decided to follow my passion. It was in 2014, and I went to study gemology, and I was always a diamond girl, a jewelry girl.
It was in your blood, wasn't it? It had to come out eventually.
In the DNA, I guess. Without really knowing, I was always remodeling the jewelry, receiving jewelry from my mother, beautiful jewelry that my father made for her at the time, or from my mother-in-law, and changed everything, remodeled everything, transformed it, and wore it. So I was always bejeweled. I looked more like a fashion person than a banker, basically.
Oh, I'm glad. But better to be like that. But I think what's lovely about your jewelry, which we're going to start to see soon, is that it is so very wearable. So you really want jewels that are for every day, even though they are made with, you know, gold and good stones, but they are not for ceremony, they're for enjoying. Is that right?
Always was, always for never for ceremony as well, actually. I mean, for both. But basically, yes. And the jewelry can be big, can be small, can be crafty, can be all sorts of different type of jewelry. But I think you can wear it and wear it with jeans, wear it during the day, in the evening, dress it up, dress it down, whatever. And the latest collection I did is called the Katena collection, which I started working with matches. And I'm going to show you. And it started with a series of rings.
Have a look at your ceiling. There we are. That's better. So, Nadine, tell me
we are the butterflies.
What does Katena mean?
Katena means chain in Italian, and it can mean connection. It can mean basically chaining together, gluing together, and it's also flexible. So the entire collection, the rings I'm showing to you are basically a mix of precious and semi-precious stones. So let me explain to you. So some of them are opaque, which are basically the ruby, the emerald, as well as the blue sapphire. And I also have an emerald, which is the first ring I did, the prototype, basically. I did. I have these in precious, as well as semi-precious stones. I worked with blue and pink topaz.
Okay, that's nice, Jade. Can you zoom in a bit so we can see the detail? And maybe, Alita, could you turn your hand over so we can see the back of the chain as well? You see? Chain all round. That's clever, isn't it?
It's all chained, and if I can show you more of the ring, I'm going to show you one which is not on the fingers, because most of the fingers, which is a little hard. I've designed. I also had it in pink, but it's gone. And this one, just to show you how it moves, basically.
So really flexible, yeah.
It's totally flexible. So you wear it, you don't even, I'm wearing one actually.
You don't feel it?
I don't feel it. It's white gold and blue diamonds. So that it also comes in this color. But basically, and there I have a cute little motive, because basically what I did is I took really a very classical take to a very trendy look to make it a lasting jewelry. Is that how you say in English?
Yeah, well, you know.
a jewelry that you can give, you know, transfer to next generations, because I was used to getting this when I grew up, to receive
Yeah,
jewelry.
there's a chunkiness about them, a weight about them that makes
Yes,
them substantial, that means that they will last. And so that's interesting, because you're taking quite a classic motif, a chain. You're
yeah.
making it more wearable, but yet it's still something that has the
Wait.
substance to last.
So they're not like, you know, you have a lot of chains nowadays, which are the Italian chains, how they called, and they're totally empty. So it's
Yeah,
basically, you know, very, very light. These ones, no, they're a bit more chunky, and you
solid.
can
Yes.
really feel it. Basically, you know that you have 18 karat gold, that you basically you have that. So in the collection, what I also did, sorry, you can see me here. What I also did is that I did earrings. So I'm going to show you the earrings on the models, on the beautiful
Okay, let's have
ladies.
a look.
So these are the more classical ones.
Oh,
Basically, this is my
hi,
baby.
Jade. Hello.
Yes, we're having a photo shoot today. That's why everybody's here at the same time. Basically, I did the double chain as well as an ear cuff without, basically the ear cuff doesn't have any holes because I don't have multiple holes. I just have two on my notes, and that's it. And I'm very much afraid to have another hole.
Okay, so this is a good option for somebody maybe of my age who wants to wear something a little bit more in vogue, but not have to have another piercing.
Exactly, of my age, and I'm wearing this.
I think we're the same age, Nadine.
So that's basically it. So basically, I'm wearing this. This is my uniform. You would see me wear this, you know, all the time. And then I have the evening version, which I think is chic just by itself, because it gets, you know, it's not too long, not too short, very comfortable to wear. And it's you can wear it during the day also, you know, with a nice chunky jumper, which is very fashionable. And what I also did is with it, I have the bracelet with it, and with this kind of clothing, you know, with the little details of this little classical clothing.
Okay, so just hold that for a minute, Jade. Let's see. We've got diamonds on the smaller links. Is that right?
Correct. You've got the little diamonds, and you've got the diamonds all over around as well on the little the closure. And on the little links, you have little diamonds on this one. Yes. And
The chain motif is so so versatile, isn't it? You can do so much with it.
you can hang a charm. I have here a charm which is a bit too thick for that, but I have smaller charms also, which unfortunately are not here anymore, and or not here yet, in between. And you can hang. I'm going to show you this one, which is not really made for this bracelet.
But you can hang charms off it. Yeah, don't worry. We get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see, you can hang a charm to it. So you can hang all sorts of little charms, and there's some little charms that probably will be added to this collection later. Now I have a necklace which can also be choked, so you can wear it either like this or choke it up.
Wow, it looks great on you, Alita.
Yeah, of course, everything.
Looks really nice, really nice.
So you can have it with the same motif, and the front is big, and it's big as the Katena. The back is a chain. You see, so it's a bit lighter, you know, to wear, and you can adjust it, you know, because I have little loops at the end where you can adjust it to have it either longer or shorter, and you can hang, of course, a little charms on it if you want.
Okay, can we have a close up of that, Jade? Do you think? See that again?
And you
So
have the details again with the little diamonds, you know, in between every little.
Yeah, that looks beautiful. Wow, really nice.
It's basically it's quite it's actually a quite I wouldn't say simple look, but quite, you know, like classical look, but it has a modern touch, you know, the way it sits, which is really, really nice. And then I added a bit more modern thing, because I wanted to create an ear, a lobe cuff, which is not an ear, it's like a lobe. It's on the lobe, and you can see the front. So it's a triple lobe. It goes inside of the ear, and I had to make two sizes because I've realized how many different lobes sizes we have.
Yeah, Alita has very small, dainty ears.
Yeah, so I have got two sizes of that. So she's got the small one on, and I have a bigger one for myself. And let me show you how it looks like. It's basically, I did the little chain motif in the middle, and then we have the little diamond motif and the little stones. and it's like this. So basically, it's really secured on the ear, and it's super comfortable and quite light.
Right.
What I added now to the collection, and because we have a lot of pieces to show you, is I have a beautiful diamond. It's my famous diamond that I keep changing. You know, I keep putting it in new collections. And people have asked me for prices and asked me, can you do it with my diamond? I said, absolutely. How much would it be with a new diamond? To cut the story short, basically, I've decided to create an illusion diamond ring.
And this is your thing for engagement, Nadine, is that right?
For example, for engagement, where the illusion diamond, as you know, or maybe people don't know, is that
tell us what they are.
Created with basically different shapes of stones in order to create the illusion of a big stone. And this one is an emerald cut because I think it's very pretty in emerald cut. And I used round stones on the edge, and then baguettes. So basically that's how you get this illusion, and it looks like one big stone, and it's cost effective, and it really gives like a very big look. Yeah. And I did the same. Then I did the same for the little rings. So the little one that I have here, which is the Katena one, if she can open her fingers, with all the details that you also have in the earrings as well as on the necklace. I made a small ring like this. And the other one is the same chain, but with the illusion, the little illusion. And if you turn your hand around, you can see one does not have the detail of the diamond and one has. And surprisingly enough,
can you stack these rings, or how
yes,
you think the best way to
stack them? You can stack them. Let me give you, for example, I have another one that has, this one has little pave around. For example, you can stack this one.
Is that Amy's hand? Hope it fits, Amy.
Are you saying yes?
Yes.
She says yes. She said yes. For example, you can stack it like this.
Yeah, cool.
Or you can stack it. I don't have one other one in yellow, but you can stack it with the same one in rose gold. But basically, you can stack it with the same one as here if you want maybe to take this one off in the middle.
And you could also stack the colors to have
and show it with just a simple ring, which is not the same gold. I apologize, but I don't have it. And you can, I'll let you do it. It's very hot, voila. And you can stack it like this.
Really nice.
Or the other way around, you know, put the small one in and the big one out, you know, as you wish. I always use, I wear these two, for example, the pink and the yellow, I stack together and I wear on my middle finger.
Right.
So I really, really like that very much as an everyday look. And then what I also did, continuing with the idea of the baguettes, I created a ring. Basically, if you take the two little mini, the mini rings, which she will show you now, here, these ones, right? Let's say you stack this one up.
Yeah.
You have a larger one, which is two small chains, basically, and they're connected together with a ruby.
Very romantic.
You can see the little ruby here. Comes in yellow gold with blue sapphire. Comes in different colors. And comes also, obviously, with the diamond baguettes. Over here, the diamond baguettes. And can come, of course, if someone wants it in white gold or, you know, I mean, you name it. You know, this can be made in different colors.
Can we see the ruby one on Olita's hand again? That's so striking, isn't it?
And it's together with the big ruby here.
Yeah, that's lovely. So do you...
And it's also on the other side, so you have the ruby all over, yeah?
I was talking more about the cabochon ruby. So do you imagine that women would buy one stone in their favorite color, or they would have a handful of them? I mean, how do you wear them, Nadine?
I wear just one color. I wear one color, and then I wear, for example, one like this next to it. Or the new rings I made. For example, look, I made also another red one, which is opening to a new collection, basically, where I also did ear cuffs with it. And you have the red, for example, ruby, or just their engagement ring, or just a simple plain band or, you know, from other collections. But I think it's nice to have a ring with a big stone that you marry with something either without a stone, sorry,
Yeah.
or something, you know, I think two different colors, unless you go for this. Look.
Okay. So then,
but I find it a bit too much because the rings are quite big. You know, I think it's nice to, you know, just have the big ring and then you layer it maybe just with a simple band or.
so could we see all the colours in the range of stones that you have there, Nadine? So we've seen a ruby, we've seen a pink sapphire, we've seen.
You see the blue topaz, the pink topaz.
And you have, that was too quick, Nadine. Let's see, maybe if
sorry,
we can see them on. Maybe if do they all fit you, Alita?
Yeah, we can put them all on.
Let's take this one. I'm gonna bejewel her. Then you have blue. Then you have a blue cabochon right here. The blue. There we go. She will take this one off.
But handy that you've got versatile sized fingers. How did you manage that?
It was crazy. Yeah, it's amazing.
Magic.
There.
It never works.
You have the green, which is the green, as I said, the cabochons, which actually are doing very well. People really like them. And this is the green, basically also an emerald, but this is a green, just a simple faceted green emerald. So basically other colors. So blue, pink, red, and green. And
oh wow, let's take a look at those.
Red, green, pink, and green. I stayed in these colors. Matches also has the yellow. They also have the citrine, which is an exclusive for them. So I don't have it here.
Wow. Can you put your fingers like that, Alita, so we can see them all together?
Yeah, sure.
I want to get a real flash of color. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Wow, that is fantastic. So it's a very opulent look because those colors are very intense. How do you choose your gemstones, Nadine?
You mean the colors of the gemstones or the stones themselves? Oh, I just, you know, look at them and I know what I want. I really, really like certain colors. And I love sapphires because I think they're very hard stones. So I want also the stones not to be too soft. So that's very important. And also there is a question of price point. So basically, if I chose the topazes, it's because the colors are very, 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 very beautiful. Oh, there I am. Because the colors are beautiful, because you can have a lot of colors. Also, I like the citrines. I like peridot for the greens. You know, I choose my stone in function of the color. Or basically, I decide certain colors, and then I go for the nicest stone in that type of color. That's how I choose. And then, of course, I've got the best people I work with, my ateliers. And because we can't travel anymore, I used to go and choose them myself. I used to go to Thailand. I used to go to fairs in America and a bit everywhere, you know, to choose. I can't do this anymore. So now it's all via Zoom, like we do, you know. We have to do everything like that.
And tell me, where are your ateliers, Nadine?
My ateliers are for certain collections in Antwerp, where I do a lot of prototypes. Then I work also with Thailand for certain collections. And this Katena collection is made in Beirut. So we had our fair share of hysterics this summer.
I can imagine. Turmoil.
But I mean, they're fantastic. So I work, you know, with the best of the best and with people with a lot of experience and lovely and good communication and who understand a little bit the DNA of what I like to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. Yeah. That's how I work.
Good. And of the jewels you've shown us, did we look at all the necklaces? Because I remember seeing.
No, we did not.
No, I knew there was more. I knew there was more.
So basically, there is two more pieces of jewelry I want to show you. So I wanted to show you also, going back to the illusion, how effective an illusion diamond is on a necklace. You know, it's. I mean, I wore it the other day, and I went to a shop. Shouldn't wear this when I go to a shop, and the lady flashed on the necklace. She said, "Oh my God, what?" And so it's very effective, this illusion diamond. And we have very often seen them in earrings. You know, the earring illusion diamond surrounded by a black what was it, enamel. We saw a lot of it, but I haven't seen them very much into a collection like this, not so much. So I like it on the neck. I like it on the rings. I think it's really effective, extremely effective. And then what I haven't shown you either, and which I would like to show you, is with the baguettes, basically, and with what I did with the baguette, with this ring, which is quite an opulent ring. I did I hope you can see it. I did another lobe cuff, which is basically like a huggy the cuff in the lobe. I don't know how to call it, but basically it goes inside, and it's quite modern.
It's for a pierced ear, and then the
it's
earring.
For a pierced ear. I'm sure I could very, very well make it for non-pierced ear, and you could wear 2 of those. You see what I mean? I could very well see that you could even wear 2 of those. They're also coming in diamonds, basically also in every color, every gold. And it's interesting because on the video, it looks really much nicer on real, I find, you know, when you wear it, and it's quite comfortable. So it's a very basically modern look. And this is what I did a tiny bit more special and a bit less classical in this collection, where I did the lobe cuffs. And I think it's quite practical when you wear the masks, having to put on and off a mask, you know, with these things hanging.
Yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? That what earrings do you wear when you're wearing a face mask? So
these,
okay, those because they're more secure.
You basically wear these. You wear these, and then you wear your mask. And they come out, basically. You see? You have the mask here.
There you are.
That stops here. And then you see the cuffs. I don't know. Or you see this cuff, you know, the mask. I'm not quite sure anymore. Basically, I know that when I'm wearing with the long earrings, I find it a bit difficult. I'm always afraid to lose one. And that was a bit the idea behind it, you know, to have earrings that are in the ear and that are not, you know, moving. It was a bit the idea.
Yeah, no, but that's true. Those are very secure. So, Alita, if you have a face mask and we could see what they look like.
Let me see. Do we have a face mask? Yes, I have one.
And I'm joking. I'm sure they look lovely. I'm sure they look really nice.
I have one. I had one. Actually, I just had some washed. I'm gonna get you do you have a face mask? Yes. She will get you a face mask. I think you have one. Do you have one, Alita?
Yes.
So this is the
She
first
has a face mask. Actually, Alita makes face masks. She's got a company that makes face masks, ironically.
Wow.
Great business.
I did not know that. That was absolute coincidence.
Coincidence. So basically, the collection is easy to wear, is not too flashy. I think that we also live in a time where there is a lot of violence and you know, people are kind of a tiny bit afraid, you know, to go out with so much jewelry and things that are too much in your face. And I think the collection, although the rings are opulent and are big, you can turn them around. This is another thing. You see, you wear it like this and you just turn it around. Nobody sees it. So if you're afraid, you can turn it around. And it's you know, very secure. This is just what someone told me the other day. She said to me, you know, I walk in the street and I just turn it around. Very practical.
Very subtle, exactly.
And very subtle. Now, there she is with her mask.
Okay, this is also promotion for Elite face mask. Okay.
Face masks. Look. Look. And there we go.
Perfect. You're absolutely right. Can we go in a bit closer, Jade, and see that? Yeah. The earring is totally clear of the face mask.
Clear of the face mask. Do not rub. Clear of the face mask.
Oh, wow. And so you make these face masks, Alita. You can take it off now.
Unfortunately, this isn't one of mine, but yes, I do have some that are nice glitzy. So next time we're going to have to testing.
Yes, we will do it together.
You show us those. Well, that I think has been a really great insight into your jewellery, your approach, and seeing the Katena collection. So thank you so much, Nadine. It's been really lovely having you.
Thank you for having me, and have a lovely week.
Thank you.
Hopefully lots of nice jewellery interviews. Thank you so much for doing this for us. You know, you're amazing. so important, you know, to be able to show our jewelry, and when we're always inside, you know, just to be out there and help us to
Yeah,
do
and
this. You're
I think
amazing.
people like to meet the people that, you know, the designers behind the jewelry, the creators, and really put a face to the designs and the inspiration. So that's been really lovely having you, Nadine. Thank you so much. And thank
Thank
you,
you. Bye-bye.
Amy, and Jade. You've been wonderful. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.